All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we are going to be talking about social media. Okay, so yeah, that's your Twitter, your Facebook, anyway. There's a whole bunch of different ones that are out there. We'll talk about them. We'll discuss the need. Okay, the need for them. Are they really that necessary, or is it necessary to post everything that's happening in our lives? All right, and things like that. And so yeah, we'll discuss it a little bit, and it should be interesting because those of us who are here in Verbling, this is a social social interactive site. Okay, so you guys have friends that you meet up with on a daily basis that are taking classes, right? And so anyway, that's what Verbling is. Okay. And so yeah, we're gonna talk about this a little bit. We'll read through some vocabulary words. I have a very short article, and then we'll discuss some ideas or some discussion questions about social media. Okay, so the link to the class. Okay, the link to the class is right there in the Verbling chat. I'll also put it in the Google chat. Okay, so open that up, please, and put it on your own computer so you can see it. Let's see who we have in class so far. Hi, Charbel, how are you? Charbel, can you hear me okay? Okay, how about Amparo? Nope, nobody can hear me. Okay, how about people out in listening land? Listening land, can you hear me okay? Okay, can you guys hear me okay? Let's see here. Let's try Amar. Nope, nobody can hear me. Daniela, can you hear me? Strange.
Yes, it's on. So,
Okay, here we go.
Finally.
All right.
Oh.
So you guys can hear me now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow. Amazing. And I didn't do anything different. I just ended my other class and then came over here, and all of a sudden, sound decides not to work. Okay. Let's see who we have here so far. Hi, Dennis. How you doing? Okay. How about Daniela? Welcome back.
I sorry for before, but I have a problem. I had a problem with my PC.
Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. How about Charbel?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to have you back in class.
Thank you.
Okay. Welcome back, Amparo.
Thank you.
Okay, and also welcome back, Amar. Good to have you back.
Thanks.
All right, and let me try Dennis one more time. Dennis, can you hear me okay?
Yes. Hello, Chad.
Awesome. Okay, very good, you guys. So I placed the link in the chat box. Go ahead and open that up. Let me make sure that I'm prepared over here. Yep, I am. Good. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we are going to be talking about social media. Okay, and you know, whether or not it's useful, whether you know what good it can do, what's the bad things about it, things like that. Okay. First up, I want to take a look at some vocabulary words that we use quite often. Okay. So we have 13 words here. The idea is to match them with their definitions on the right-hand side. So we have A through M, and we have the 13 vocabulary words. Let's start off with Amar. Amar, let me have you read number 1 and tell me which definition on the right-hand side would match what that word is. Okay?
Okay. The quality of my videos is just up and down, so barely sometimes I can read the text.
Okay. I would suggest opening the link on your own computer. Okay, let me show you how to do that. Okay, so if you are looking here on the computer, okay, do you see my mouse here on the bottom right hand side? Do you see my mouse there?
Yes.
Okay, so go up. Okay, and this is the link. Okay, click on this link, and it'll open to the page that we are looking at, and you can follow along right there.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right, very good. So let me have you read number 1, and I'd like for you to tell me what the definition, what you believe the definition of this word would be.
All right. Number 1 is keep in touch.
So keep in touch. What would that mean? Take a look at our definitions here. If you need me to use it in a sentence, I can do that as well.
Maybe H.
Communicate with others for fun. Okay. Now, keep in touch does have to do with communication, but that meaning is just a little off. Okay.
Okay.
So for example, let's say Amar, you and I, we went to college. Okay, you and I, we went to college together, and we had some classes, and we had good time. We had a good time together, and we stayed friends. Okay, now over the years, we kept in touch. All right, we kept in touch by writing to each other or calling each other, things like that. Okay, so based on that, okay, how or what do you believe keep in touch would mean?
So it will be, by that definition, it will be stay connected through writing and speaking.
Okay, good. Yeah, so stay connected. Okay, so if you have a friend that you've been with, that you've known for a while, you stay connected. You keep in touch with that person. Okay, so that's how we use that phrase. Very good. Number two. This is for Amparo.
Yeah. Status.
Status instead of status. Status.
Status. Condition or state that changes regularly.
Okay, yeah, a condition or state that changes regularly. Now, how do we use this, though, when we're talking about social media?
Well, people like to know what are you doing, the different stages of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, so what we say is we update our status. Okay, update our status. Update what's going on. Okay, so the condition of our lives, what's new. Okay, how about number 3? And this is for Charbel.
Okay.
And also, welcome to class, Aga. Good to have you here, as well as Ismail. All right, Charbel, number 3, please.
Okay. Text message is the letter A. A note typed out on a phone.
Okay, and that would be typed. A note typed
Typed.
out on a phone. Yeah, so text message. I'm sure we all use that quite often. Okay, how about number 4? Number 4 is for Daniela.
Convenient.
Mhm.
Easy and quick to use. Okay.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so easy, quick to use, something that is convenient. Okay, I like to have a cell phone with me because it is convenient. I don't have to go all the way back home to use my home phone. Okay, I can just call someone when I'm walking down the road. Okay, that is convenient, easy and quick. All right, number 5. Number 5 is for Dennis.
Face to face. The in person.
Yep, face to face. Okay, so sometimes if you have an interview, okay, the interviewer will say, "Yeah, I'd like to invite you down to the office for a face-to-face interview." Okay, face-to-face meaning in person. All right, they may say an in-person interview, okay, but face-to-face, sitting across from the table from someone and talking to them. Okay, very good. Let's go to number 6. Number 6 is for Ismail.
Yes. Number 6, network. Network means a group that is connected.
Okay, a group that is connected. Very good, yeah. So a network, sometimes when we talk about computers, we talk about a network,
Yes.
okay? And that is a bunch of computers that are connected. Okay, with social media, okay, it is a social media network. So a whole bunch of people that are connected through the internet, okay, all over the world. Okay, a network. Okay, how about number 7? And this is for, let's see, let's go to Aga. Number 7, please.
Waste time, spend too long doing something.
Okay, so spend too long doing something. Okay, G, yeah, so waste time. Let's see, I'm trying to think of, we also call those type of things wasting time, time wasters. Nah, that's probably going to be the most common word that we have. So yeah, either saying waste time, so you waste too much time doing that, or that particular thing is a time waster. Okay, so switching that then to a verb, a time waster, a time waster. Okay, or not a noun, but not a verb, but a noun. So a time waster. Good. How about number 8? Okay, number 8 is for Amar.
Yes.
Number 8, please.
I'm a little bit unsure about the definition of dismissal.
Okay. So do you want me to use it in a sentence?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the day before at work, I was caught stealing secret information, and I was giving it to a rival company. So I knew today they were going to bring me in for my dismissal.
Okay. Um, is it related to the job?
Yes. Look down below. Okay, so I was doing something bad at work. I was giving secrets from my company to another company. So I was doing that yesterday. So today I was being brought in, and it was for my dismissal. They were going to
Yes,
dismiss me from work. Look down there at the bottom, third one from the bottom. Okay, when someone's dismissed, we say that that person is being fired. Okay, so firing, so look at K. You see K down here at the bottom?
Yeah.
Amar?
Yes.
Okay, read that for me. Read K for me.
Firing or removing an employee.
Good, yeah, so firing or removing an employee, that is a dismissal.
Okay.
Okay, so in the United States, when someone is removed from their job, okay, we say that they have been fired.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, very good. Let's go to number 9. Whoops, there we go. Number 9. This is for Amparo.
Block. Prevent from entering.
Okay, block, to prevent from entering. How do we use this with social networks like Facebook and whatnot?
When someone that you don't like it appear in your profile, you're going to block the information that he or she sent you.
Yeah, block them. Kick them out. We don't like you anymore. We block you. Okay? All right? Very good. So, yes, we block them. All right, number 10. Number 10 is for Charbel.
Okay, let me see. Socialize, maybe communicate with others for fun.
Yeah, socialize. Okay? Now, this is what we used to do as human beings outside of our houses. Okay? We would go and we would talk with people. Okay? So we would have what are called social events. Okay, now if you say social event to teenagers, most of them say, okay, what's the website? Right? Right? They don't go out and do things very much anymore. Okay, a social event refers to a Facebook get together. Okay, yeah. So socialize. So communicate with others for fun. Right? Let's see. Number 11. Okay, number 11 is for Daniela.
Stay on task is M. Focus on the job.
Yep. Stay on task. Okay. Focus on the job. All right. Task, you guys, is a word that that has to do with objectives. Okay. Things that you need to accomplish in at work or in the workday. Okay. So things that you need to do. Right. Very good. Let's go to number 12. This is for Dennis.
Happy medium. Medium, yeah? Medium.
Yeah, medium. A happy medium.
Yeah, well, I guess a reasonable level or degree.
Yeah, a reasonable level or degree. Now, what this has to do with, okay, is when we have different things that we're doing, okay, and we have fun things, we have work, we have family, okay. We say in English that we need to find a happy medium. Okay, meaning that we have time to get work done. We have time to do some fun things. We have time to be with the family. We have time to, all of these other little things. So we call that a happy medium. Okay, this is a phrase that we use quite often. Okay, so a happy medium. Okay, number 13. Number 13. This is for Ismael. Okay, Ismael, are you there?
Yes, I am here, Chad.
Okay, number 13, please.
Number 13, second cousin.
Okay, second cousin. What would that be? What would that be? First off, what is a cousin? What is a cousin?
Cousin is a relative.
A
Cousin?
relative.
Yes.
And a relative, okay, but in what sense?
A child born from your aunt or uncle's child.
Okay, yeah, so a first cousin, okay, so for example, my brother, all right, my brother, he has one son, okay, and I have two children, okay, they would be first cousins, all right. Now, after that, when my children have children, and my brother's son has children, they then would be second cousins. Okay, so that's how that works. So it's your first cousins, when they have children, those then would be your second cousins. Okay, so that's kind of how we use that. All right, very good. Any questions, you guys, about our vocabulary words here?
No. About happy medium.
Okay.
Can you explain it again?
Sure, no problem. Okay, so when we use the word happy medium, all right, we are looking for a balance. Okay, so you can replace the word medium with balance.
Okay.
All right, so we're looking for balance in life. Okay, and so let's say that you have work. Okay, let's also say that you are part of a football team. Okay, you're married. Okay, and then let's also say that that you might have some religious activities. Okay, so when you have a happy medium, that means that you have enough time to do all of those things, and each of those areas in your life are being satisfied. Okay,
All right.
now
All right.
let's say that another one enters your life. Let's say, and I'm not saying that this is you, I'm giving an example. Let's say that all of a sudden you realize you like alcohol, right? Okay, alcohol
Right.
tastes yummy. Okay, and so you have these four things in your life. So work, okay, work, family, all right, your football team, and then some religious activities, okay? But then here comes alcohol, and you really like alcohol. Okay, all of a sudden you get done with work. Where do you go? You go to the bar and you drink. Okay,
Right.
and you come home later. All right, all of a sudden your family's not happy. Okay, you may forget to your football practice, or you go to football practice and let's say that you're a little tipsy, you're a little drunk. Okay, I'm not saying this happens every time, but if something else enters your life that you let take over the rest of your life, okay, you would no longer have a happy medium. You're then putting too much influence on one thing, or sorry, importance, not influence, but importance on one section of your life and neglecting the others.
Yeah. Yeah, got
Okay?
it.
Got it. Cool. All right, any other questions?
Chad, in the letter A, a note typed out on a phone. Could I say without the word out? Only a note typed on a phone?
Yeah, a note typed on a phone. Yeah.
Well, what is the difference in this case?
No, there isn't a real difference. There isn't a real difference. We it's like so. For example, if we see a bird, if I see a bird that's flying, okay, and me and you, we're hanging out, okay, and we're sitting down, we're having a cup of coffee, and this is a huge bird, biggest bird I've ever seen. I could say, hey, look in the air. Look in the air. You see that bird? Look in the air. I could also say, look up in the air. Okay, look up in the air. They mean the exact same thing. Okay, it's just an extra word, an extra little something that you can add to a word. It's a phrasal verb, is really what it is. Okay, so it doesn't. Thanks. There isn't a huge difference. You can say type on a phone or typed out on a phone. Either way is fine. Cool.
It's like
Arman.
I also noticed, Chad, that when you
Uh-huh.
do the reading classes, and you
Mm-hmm.
always say, "Let's open it up." It's like I think it's the same that you can only say like "open it," but you can say
Mm-hmm.
"open it up," right? It's the
Yep.
same.
Yep, it's the exact same.
All
So
right.
yeah, we sometimes add in extra words. No real reason for it. It's just we just do it. I guess because we're bored. I don't know.
Maybe force could be a reason for this.
Maybe, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. I imagine in your language. From what I remember, you're from Brazil, but you're living in Germany.
Portuguese.
Por-
Yes.
oh, yeah.
Good
So,
memory.
yeah, so you speak Portuguese. I'm sure you have phrases that you don't know exactly why you say them. You just do. It's just part of what you learned. And every language has them. They're in
Yes.
Spanish. Okay, I know they're in Spanish. They're in English. There's just say I don't know why we say that, but it just fits. You can say that. You can say something else. Whatever it may be. Okay,
Okay.
but it's just something that we do. Not a real explanation for it. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Cool. All right, let's go to our article. And this time, you guys, our article is actually very short. I usually say we have short ones. This is a paragraph. Okay. So I'll probably have a couple people read through this is all, and then we'll get to some questions. Let's see. Who was my last person? Who did number 13? Oh, Ismail did number 13. Let's go to Aga. So I'll have Aga and Amar. I'll have you guys read. So Aga, please read from Keep in Touch down to Socialize in Person. And Amar, I will have you finish off the paragraph reading from Others Admit down to Break to Check. Okay?
Okay. Keeping in touch with friends is easy these days. You can update your Facebook status and follow your friends' tweets on Twitter. You can also send and check text messages from your cell phone. Social media is convenient, but how often do you see your friends face to face? Time and technology often go hand in hand. Some people say they use networks like MySpace because they don't have time to socialize in person.
Others admit they waste time online when they are at work. Social networking on the job is a common cause for dismissal. Some companies block popular websites. They don't trust the employees to stay on task. Perhaps there's a happy medium. Do you really need to know what your second cousin had for lunch? And maybe you should wait until you break to check.
Okay, nice job. All right, you guys. So I want to talk about this article, and then I'll also take a look at some other questions here. Okay. So I'm going to take some comments and some lines out of this article here. So first one. Okay, first one is for Amparo. Okay, so we have social media is convenient, but how often do you see your friends face to face? Now, in your life, Amparo, um, okay, social media is important, but when do you actually see your friends face to face, realistically?
Once a month, maybe. Um, we are in touch through the social media, but we usually keep face to face just once a month.
Okay, so getting together about once a month.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. How about Charbel?
Yeah.
Charbel, how about you? With regards to social media and whatnot, okay, does this hinder, okay, or stop you from seeing your friends face to face, or how often do you actually see your friends face to face?
No, I usually um, meet my friends face to face. I like social media because some things happens only in this environment. For example, there were some situations that when I was studying with my friends, I was with them all the day, practically all the day,
All day
and
long?
all day. Okay, thanks. All day, and in the next day, for example, they were talking about something that I didn't know, and I thought, how this is possible? Because I was with them all day yesterday. So I registered me on Facebook, and I understood what
Okay.
was happening.
All right, so you jumped on Facebook and you were able to see more of what they were talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that goes to you know, maybe not having enough time. So that's my next little question here. This is for Daniela. In the article, okay, it says that people don't have people say that they socialize, okay, on places like Facebook and MySpace. MySpace is really gone now, but let's say Facebook and Twitter, because they don't have enough time in real life to socialize with other people. Okay, how does that work for you? Is that the reason why you use social media, or do you find yourself with enough time to actually socialize with people face to face?
No, really, I don't like social media. In
Mhm.
fact, I don't have an account on Facebook. Maybe it's one. Is the
All
one.
right.
Yes, but I don't like this kind of system to find a new friend or something like that. I prefer to meet my friend in person, face to face. But I don't like this kind of social media because something is only for not for very interesting argument, but only for very stupid things. And I don't like to keep my photo in internet because I prefer take them in my privacy. So I don't like.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. How about you, Dennis? Do you find yourself socializing on social media sites like Facebook and Twitter because you don't have enough time to socialize in the real world?
Actually, I don't use any social networks to connect with my friends. I use it only for my job and for my
Okay.
professional interests. So maybe I kind of dinosaurs in this stuff.
All right.
Well, it depends. Maybe it depends where your friends are at the moment, because now we live without borders, and you can travel around the world. It depends when you are. And it's impossible to communicate with you, for example, face-to-face chat if you are in Costa Rica, so it's not so bad to use social networks for reasonable for how can I say, for reasons, for something important, as to learn English, for example, language.
Yeah. And I have a Facebook for verbling, and some teachers really use it. And I believe you me, I was involved in the music world, and I used it, you know, getting messages out to people you know, 3, 4, 5 times a day, plus Twitter, and you know, all sorts of different things like that. That's what I did before really moving out here to Costa Rica, and so I started to get into that a little bit more. And then as you can tell, those of you who follow me on Facebook, um, I usually use it to say, hey, sorry, my internet has gone down. So I use it to get a message out
Yes,
to people, instead of, because for me it takes too much time. I have too many other things that I want to do, and you know, love you guys to death. You guys are awesome, but for me to think up new things and witty things like that to say, I don't have enough time to be thinking of that, as well as planning lessons and you know, doing research. So it's difficult. So I use it as a way to get messages out to people. And then my personal Facebook, yeah, I use it to stay in touch with some friends and family. Okay, but again, my usage of Facebook has gone way down. I probably post something on Facebook once a week, maybe. You know, I've gone weeks without posting anything on there. I've gone weeks without even looking at it. And then I was like, oh, hey, someone had a baby. Okay, cool. You know, but I used to be very much more involved in it. Okay, very good.
And usually you just don't have enough information to share with people every day.
Yeah, well, I used to
If you're not
post on there.
James Bond, I don't know.
Yeah, I used to post on there like you know, my workouts, okay, or you know, things that my family was doing, and it's just gotten, I don't know. I still like it. I like Facebook because I'm able to contact. I'm able to get in touch with people that I haven't talked to in a long while. Yesterday, I got a message from a friend of mine in Chile. Okay, he wrote me, and he got a hold of. It was more of a copyright issue for some Spanish songs that I wrote 12 years ago, and he said, "Hey, I found this guy. He's using your songs in Chile, and you know, what can we do about it?" And I was like, "I don't know. Let's see." But he was able to get a hold of me, and we talked about our families and stuff like that afterwards. So that was very nice. It's cool. I like Facebook for that reason. But yeah, other than that, it's fun. It's fun sometimes, but I don't spend as much time on it as I used to. Okay, let's go to yeah.
So you're famous person in Chile, yeah?
No, it was for a religious thing. A lot of times, religious things aren't wildly famous. So yeah, I was some spiritual songs and whatnot. But very cool. Let's see. Let's go to Ismail. All right. So Ismail, the other item that they bring up here is that at the workplace, okay, where people tend to get off task, or they don't complete their tasks because they are spending too much time on Facebook, and they block those specific sites. Okay. Now, at your job, okay, does your company or where you work at, do they block sites like Facebook and things like that, or have you heard of people getting fired because they were spending too much time on Facebook?
Yes, Chad. There is an internet ban on my workplace, and I heard from my friends that someone was fired because of using too much internet in the work time, and the company banned the Facebook and the Twitter and Hotmail and some other social software or program.
Okay. All right, so they banned those type of things because it was getting in the way. Do you feel, Ismail, that those type of networks get in the way of completing actual work?
Could you ask again, Chad?
Sure, no problem. Do you personally, Ismail, do you feel that those type of websites get in the way, okay, or impede or stop people from completing actual work?
Uh, Chad, I think the people are forgetting the time thinking when they are surfing on the net during this socialization site, but I don't think it is a suitable solution to ban this site in work time because people find another way to go in these sites. People are using smartphone and they are connecting secretly,
Secretly.
secretly in to internet, and they are using this site.
Okay.
I think we should give the meaning or the importance of the using of net.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to Aga. Now, Aga, are you working right now, Aga, or were you only going to school?
No, I'm studying at the university.
Okay. Now, at the university, do they ban any of these sites on the university computers?
Well, it's like at my university, we don't really have classes with computers. It's like we have mostly just some kind of lectures, and you can bring your own laptop, for example. But it's like up to you if you take notes or if you spend time on Facebook. So they don't care. It's your problem if then you don't have any notes.
Yeah.
So it's not like that. Like maybe in USA, I think yes that there are more classes with computers, but here it's not like that.
Okay. All right. So once you graduate and you get out into the work world, are you going to be, so if you go and you work, okay, and they say, oh yeah, by the way, Facebook, Twitter, your personal email sites, okay, things like that, those you cannot use, okay? Is that going to be, are you going to be okay with that? Will you find another way to use the sites, or will you be like, that's fine, I'll use it when I get home? How will you react when you get out into the working world? How do you think you would react,
for example,
Aga?
it's like banned on the.
At the work computers, things like that. The job that you get after you graduate from college.
Well, I think that if such kind of.
Go ahead.
I think some delay because when I'm speaking, then I hear you still talking. But okay. Anyway, I think that I would be happy even though I like using such websites. But I think that if such websites would be blocked, it would be better because people can really control themselves. And even if the employees tell you not to use them, you will from time to time you will just keep checking if something new happened or things like that. So I think it would be helpful for me if those websites would be banned so I wouldn't get an access to it.
Okay. All right.
So I could focus on the work instead of checking Facebook.
Gotcha. All right. Very good. Okay, you guys, let's move down to some of these questions here. All right. So we've got Okay, so this one here. So this will be for Amparo and Amar. So Amar, number 1 here. It says, do your friends share too much information on social media networks? Okay, what type of content is too much information? What's your opinion here, Amar?
Wait a minute. I've just lost my side. Too much information on social media.
Amar, can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it's a discussion question number 1 down below. Do your friends share too much information on social media networks? Okay, what type of content is too much information?
First of all, I don't have any friends. And,
okay.
And about the second one, I think too much information. It depends on people how many expectation they have from their environment. So if they want to share their life to the others, so it's up to them.
Okay. All right. So you really leave it in there.
I don't see any line or any limitation about this question.
Okay. All right. No problem. Let's go to Amparo. Same question for you.
Well, from time to time, yes, there are people that describe everything, any detail, where they are, what are the plans, what are the place that you work with, every detail. So it's not safe for you if you think that you don't know who is going to see your information, even when you have a private profile. There are so many tools that you don't know. They can read your information if they want to follow your track. So I think people must be a little careful about what they are going to expose in the social media.
Okay. All right. I would agree. I would agree that sometimes there's too much information that's put out there. I know when I was in like Guatemala and El Salvador and Honduras, I removed locations. Okay, so I didn't want people to know where the American was at, right? And things like that. And my dad wrote me the other day, and he said, you should think about doing that in Costa Rica as well. And I was like, I'm not too worried here in Costa Rica. I can go walking around at night and not fear for my life. Okay, which was different in Honduras. I feared for my life at night. Okay, so I was like, I feel okay here. I'm not. It's not that big of a deal. But it was a concern for him, and I get it and I understand it. He's not familiar with this country, but he's only in Central America. He's only been to Honduras and El Salvador. So that's what he's seen, and they can be a little intimidating, right? Yeah. But yeah, but even then, I don't, I'm eating at Pizza Hut today. Maybe if we're together with the whole family and I have a picture, okay, we do that, or something like that. I don't do that much. So I would agree with you there. Okay, let's go to Charbel.
Okay.
And number 2 here. So should people announce births and deaths on networks such as Facebook? Why or why not?
Oh, it's a difficult question for me, but I think this could be a good idea for one reason. For example, it's a an easy way to inform your relatives, your friends that someone is dead. It's a easy way, but maybe it's not the best way to inform your friends, because maybe it's better you can get your phone and call them to notice it. But in case of birth, for example, I have many friends posting pictures from their friends, their sons, children's, because they like to share that moment with their friends.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's I always joke around. My wife says that there is no such thing as ugly babies, but I've seen some ugly pictures of some babies online, and I would say be realistic, okay? If your baby came out looking a little strange, wait a little bit. It'll get better, okay? But yeah. Take some time and make sure the face goes back to normal. But yeah, okay. Very good. Thank you. Let's go to Daniela. Daniela, what's your opinion about announcing births and deaths on Facebook?
Really, I not agree because death is a very bad thing. So Facebook is only for fun, I think. That is a serious thing, so it's better to communicate this kind of things face to face or by call. Even birds are the beautiful things, but it's so private. On Facebook or on internet, it's so much public, and I prefer.
It's so public.
It's so public, so I prefer to share this occasion with only my very I don't know, very
close.
Yes, okay, very close relatives and my parents, or not with the whole world.
Okay. Okay. All right, very good. Thank you for your opinion. Let's go to Dennis and Ismail. Let's see here. So, is it wrong for parents to join the same social media networks as their teens? Why or why not? This is Dennis first. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a very strange situation when parents start texting with their children, for example, yeah? in some strange way, for example, yeah? I don't know. They're very interested, maybe, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. We have similar social networks for all people. Facebook, it's for parents, for teens, how would use it. As far as I know, there is no special social network for teens.
No, I think they don't have like Facebook for adults, right? Or anything like that, and it's just all big one lump, right?
Yeah, Facebook for adults is another site. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We have special sites for adults, so.
Sure.
It's also media network.
Sure. All right, and Ismail, what do you think? Is it okay for a parent to join the same social media network as their teens?
Yes,
why or not?
it is a bit okay, a bit not. it depends on the situation. I think it is a controversial topic because, yes, maybe I don't be in the same social networks with my kids, but there is some danger in social networks, especially for kids or for young uh, girls and boys. I want to check my son. Uh, there are many bad sites on the net and bad guys on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I want to control my kids when they are on social network. That's why I should be in the same environment.
Okay. You want to make sure that they're not getting into trouble. That people aren't you know, sending them crazy things or anything like that. Okay. All right. Okay. Very cool. And last question for Aga.
Yeah.
Okay, Aga. What is your main reason for using social media outlets like Facebook and Twitter? Is it for fun, for keeping in touch, you know, for something to do? Okay, because of boredom or something like that, or you know, all of the above.
I think that's all of the above. However, mostly it's to keep in touch with friends. At least it's like this for me,
Mm-hmm.
because you can talk to your friends very fast, and also when you have some friends from different countries, it's easy to talk in this way, and you don't have to pay for to make a call to the other country.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's yes, it's a cheap and the fastest way to contact your friends. That's
Okay.
why, yeah. Hmm.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for coming to class this hour. It was an interesting discussion
Chad,
about.
Chad,
Yes. Huh?
I have just off topic. I've just noticed several minutes ago. Today is July 4th.
Yes.
Yeah, and we should congratulate you. Yeah.
Yeah. I in fact I even forgot Goliath this morning. He noticed in the first class that it was July 4th, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. I got up. I went running. I went running into the gym. I came back and it was about 10 minutes before. I was a little late. It was 10 minutes before class, so I showered real quick and I sat down for class. And I didn't even think about it. And yeah, well, thank you for that. Yeah, Independence Day in the United States. That's what it is. Very cool. Well, thank you very much, Dennis.
Happy
All right.
birthday.
All right, you guys. Thanks for coming to class. I'll be taking a break for a while and doing some reading and pronunciation classes later tonight, or night time for me. Okay. All right, you guys.
See ya.
Thanks. We'll see ya. Bye.
See you. Bye
Thanks.
bye.
Bye.